Today we will talk about XRP, XLM, and how the BIS has referred to them individually as stable coins. That's probably one of the few times that I will actually be able to say that ST word, so I'll just make up some other word if I get hung up on that, because that's all words are a bunch of imaginary sounds after all. So here's some interesting explanations around how XRP and even XLM could become a stable coin, not because they are directly pegged to anything, but that their value is effectively constant. And there are a number of ways that that can happen. Well, I wouldn't say a number. In my mind, there are two ways that can happen. It's a combination of the complete transaction and settlement happens so quickly that the price volatility does not really matter. And an even more interesting thing that I found is that the automated market makers might actually help to even out the volatility in the price of things like XRP and XLM. So, from digital perspectives, are we watching XRP become a stable coin with the introduction of AMMs and the prudential treatment requirements from the Bank of International Settlements? Cat 1 versus Cat 2, where would you classify XRP? So this is from the Bank of International Settlements, and it had to have been before September 20th of 2023. So we have category 1 and category 2. Where would we put XRP? So 1A is tokenized traditional assets. Group 1B is crypto assets with stabilization mechanisms, i.e. stable coins. I'm actually somehow improving on my ST sounds, but I don't have my camera on, so you can't see how hard that I'm actually trying. 1A says that capital requirements at least equivalent to those of traditional assets, and 1B, new guidance on application of current rules to capture the risks relating to stabilization mechanisms with further consideration for capital add-ons. And 2 is crypto assets that do not qualify as group 1, e.g. Bitcoin. That's interesting that they call that out by name. New conservative prudential treatment based on a 1,250% risk weight applied to the maximum of long and short positions. So that all of those refer to the credit and market risk requirements. The other requirements are application of the existing Basel framework requirements with additional guidance where applicable, and supervisory review that to have additional guidance to ensure that risks not captured under minimum requirements are assessed, managed, and appropriately mitigated. And disclosure, new requirements for banks to disclose information regarding crypto asset exposures on a regular basis. So I think that the whole point here is that that XRP would be in category 1, and that would very likely be in 1B, and that same kind of thing would pretty much therefore apply to XLM as well. Now to more of the Bank of International Settlements, particularly for Ripple's XRP, and let's try another ST, Stellar's XLM. So this comes from BIS papers number 141, allegedly. However, in the actual document, I couldn't actually find that part of the document that it calls out in the picture. So the problem with XRP and XLM information, and especially for XRP, is that there is a lot of misconstrued information out there and very poorly organized. However, that does not dispute that this has actually been published, and I don't see anyone actually calling out where it actually is. But this does look very comparable to the actual BIS paper. It has the same kind of colors in there. So I am going to go out on a limb and say that this is something from the Bank of International Settlements. I just don't know what. Actually, let's do some live investigation. The point is that this has been that these have been referred to as stable coins because of their price alone. Stable coins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments, as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currencies. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency XRP and XLM. A lot of these publications have historically poorly worded that XRP is a product of the company Ripple, and I don't really understand why that is so hard. But yeah, so now let's get into a thread from the Denarian XRP and XLM as a stable coin. The World Bank has only approved 2 for cross-border payments. I wonder if that actually came from the World Bank. XLM and XRP. Both XRP and XLM operate with a unique concept that differs from traditional one-to-one pegged stable coins. Instead of maintaining fixed value, XRP and XLM achieve stability at the moment of transaction processing. This means that the value of assets can vary, allowing for flexibility in pricing. The stability of XRP and XLM are dynamic and are determined at the time of transaction execution, enabling them to adapt to market conditions and ensuring a stable value precisely when it counts during the transaction itself. This innovative approach sets both XRP and XLM apart, offering a distinctive form of stability tailored to real-time transaction needs. And here's a good clip about this.
What is attempted with XRP is not so much maintaining the value, but offering a vehicle for exchange, which is quite different, because there you can have value fluctuating. All you need is value to be stable for 10 seconds while the whole transaction takes place. And as a result, there's a whole different need for regulation. You don't need to regulate value. I don't care. So long as there is some value, the transaction can certainly take place. And as a regulator, I'm not so worried about either this displacing my fiat currency, because you're moving from one fiat currency to another. It's just an interim value. And it's a means of exchange.
Okay, so that is one of them. Now, the other interesting thing that I accidentally glossed over is by way of an AMM. So you would minimize slippage with AMM's pools and arbitrageurs, creating reliable and a stable XRP price. slippage refers to the cost discrepancies in a transaction that relate to the amount of time that transaction actually takes. So, question: could this be the mechanism that qualifies XRP as a stablecoin in a Cat 1 asset according to the BIS? And they are referring to it as a 1B as well. So I didn't get that entirely wrong. I have talked about this before, and I actually want to do one more on the XRPL AMM. But automated market makers are agents that pull liquidity stabilized by arbitrageurs. Together, they tighten the slippage and price, creating fees earned for AMMs and a stable price for XRP, while allowing XRP to move freely in an open market, providing a reliable and stable price without having to peg the asset. And that just happens because XRP would be traded against another asset in a pool, and over time, the price would stabilize around a given price. Now, that isn't a set price, but that is a very interesting perspective that I hadn't ever thought on, related to the inevitable passing of the XRPL AMM amendment. Well, I say inevitable, but it still has a lot of what appears to be politics happening with people who actually run and operate as validators on the XRPL. So here is an example. No, wait, I skipped one. So now a bit on XLM, and again, I got some good information from Mr. Man XRP that is concentrating primarily on XLM, and it is a topic that I have talked about before, but let's just hear it from someone other than me.
Proof right here, okay? Stellar, look right here. Ukraine limited pilot test of synthetic CBDC in 2018. Based on the Stellar protocol. We've been through this so many times, you guys. You guys know this. I know you know this. Where we had walked together in regards to the whole Ukraine structure right now for the refugees, using Tascom Bank and NBU, National Bank of Ukraine, with BIT Inc. and Stellar as the rails, and USDC being issued to these Ukrainian people. Who is the synthetic CBDC? Who offers that liquidity? Right? Remember we were talking about the liquidity? Who offers that here? Stellar does. XLM.
Yep, and I have come across a new CBDC project in Argentina that links to XLM and possibly even Stronghold SHx, or at least the company. But I do have to find and organize a little bit more information on that. So here is just another example of a new announcement from Ripple. Well, it's actually from the BIS, I think. 24 CBDCs by decade's end, per the Bank of International Settlements. So we have another one with Ripple and Bhutan. Now, a CBDC is not necessarily the exact same thing as a stable coin. A CBDC will likely be pegged against something in order to determine its set price, while a stable coin doesn't necessarily have to be pegged, as we have just explained with these two ways that XRP and XLM could possibly be considered as stable coins. God, I can't wait until I am done with this one so I don't have to say any more STs for a week. Here is a clip that explains that exact point, but I didn't exactly catch where he said that, so I won't play it again. But that is a very good point to make and to understand. So as we talk about the importance of XLM and XRP being able to be considered a stable coin, here's another reminder of how important and how unavoidable and imminent the final adoption of ISO 20022 actually is.
That we all know happens with ISO 20022.
All right, so looking at 2024 then, and getting your forecast, what are sort of the main big steps to sort of summarize what we've covered?
I think the big steps is, guys, it's just going to happen. And whether you think it's 2025 or it's going to slip to 2026, it's not. It will be a 2024 issue. And actually, you need to bite it. You know, you really need to get yourself ready. And if it was up to me, I would say automate it, because otherwise you're just going to be doing a lot of busy work, and that's not good for you. It's not good for your customers.
Okay, and this is directly from Ripple, relating to the actual price of XRP and how that might not actually be important because it is able to transact so fast, which is exactly one of the points that I have made here around how XRP and XLM can be considered as stable coins. That's the last time I am actually saying that damn word.
Great question. No, as a business that's been in this industry for a long time, we know that the senders and receivers are very focused on fiat. That's their lifeline, that's their blood, that's their entire business. So we hide any real visibility into the cryptocurrency XRP. So in the system, you'll really just see a fiat to fiat payment option. Because of that, we hide and protect our customers from any fluctuation in the open market. It's irrelevant to you how much XRP equals how much Singapore dollars, for example. All you want to know is that you can make your $1 million payment into Vietnam, for example. So the customer is never exposed to any fluctuation in price of the digital asset here.